Hello again. Come on in, have a seat. I got another story to tell. Now, this vlog is going to be entitled Sis Before Simps. That's going to be the new mantra because I'm all about building up the sisterhood and repairing it because it is much needed. I mean, in this day and age, especially with the division between men and women, this is much needed. It's so necessary. So I'm going to start this vlog. Now, I had a good friend who lived in the same apartment complex. And for the sake of this story, I'm going to name her. Let's go with, let's say Tammy. Let's go with Tammy. Now, Tammy and I were good friends. I would go up to her apartment. We would eat pineapple ice cream. We would laugh, giggle, talk about family problems, situations on the job, the usual stuff that girls do. We had a good time. Now, our relationship, we both got busy. She began to work a lot of hours with her job, and I did too. So our relationship kind of, I can't say fizzled out, but we just didn't see each other to talk with each other and to make that connection that we once did. But still, that level of respect, care, it was still there. That was my girl. And even though I would see her in passing, coming in and out of the apartment once every blue moon, nothing had changed. We would still catch up. Hey girl, how you doing? How's work? Blah, 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 blah. So on and so forth. Now, Tammy had an ex, and let's call him Carrie. Carrie came into the apartment complex one day, and they were heading up to Kim's apartment. He was helping her to put some things into storage. And Tammy stopped by to say hey to me and to introduce me to Carrie, her ex. But they were still, even though they were broken up, they still got along and they were amicable. He was still helpful to her. I guess they were still friends. Okay. Now, after I was introduced to Carrie, a few weeks had passed and Tammy called me, and she knew that I worked in the legal field. Carrie had an employment law issue that he needed some assistance with. And I said, well, even though I have worked as a paralegal, I can only do so much. He needs to speak to an attorney, but I will hear what he has to say, and I will do what I can to help him. And so she said, well, is it okay if I give him your phone number so that he can call you? And I said, sure, that's fine. That was my girl, and I would do anything I could to even help a friend of hers because of her. Okay, Carrie calls me, and he was asking me about this employment law issue that he was having. I happen to know of an employment law attorney for him to consult with. I could not give him any legal advice as a paralegal. Now, if I told him that, hey, if you need any documents notarized, I'm your girl. But I don't give out legal advice. And if you need help filing something, I could help you with that. But as far as giving you legal advice, that is a no. And so I gave him the referral. He called him, and he called me back to thank me. And that was cool. And so from there, we started small talking about certain issues, and he was asking, what if I went to church or what did I do in my spare time, and I kind of thought that was kind of odd, but I didn't really think a whole lot of it. And so, after the small chit chat, we went our separate ways. Now, in about a few days after the previous call, I hear from him again. And so this man, Kerry, he says, I haven't stopped thinking about you since we last met. And I said, oh, okay. Where is he going with this? And he says, I think that you are a beautiful person inside and out. And mind you, I didn't even remember what this man even looked like because I just met him in passing. I briefly looked at him and I was trying to get into my apartment to do what I needed to do. And so this Kerry, I didn't even remember I just vaguely remember what the man looked like. And he was like, well, yeah, do you think we can do lunch sometime? I wanted to repay you for, all that you've done to help me. And I said, oh, hey, no, it's not that big of a deal, And he begged me, hey, please, it's the least I can do. I mean, what you did, that referral, it really, really helped me. And, it helped my situation. I'm so appreciative. I told him to think nothing of it. And he said, well, why is it that you don't want to go out with me? And I said, because I don't want to go out with you. And he said, well, I asked Tammy about us. And she said that she didn't have any problem with it if I chose to pursue a relationship with you or to go out with you. The hilarity. He goes and asks Tammy if it was okay for him to take me out, and if it was okay if he could possibly, pursue a relationship with me. He asked her that. Okay. I tell Carrie, I said, Carrie, listen, that doesn't sit well with me because of Tammy. And not only because of Tammy, it's me. I think enough of myself. I think enough of Tammy and my relationship with Tammy that I just don't see us going anywhere. I hope the best for you. I think that you're a nice man, but I'm not the girl for you. Just like that. And he said, wow, most women wouldn't say what you did. I mean, most women would, they wouldn't care. Tammy, she said she didn't care, if you and I went out and had a relationship. Or I said, well, it's like this. Tammy is like a sister to me. Even though I have not seen her very much because of our working hours and whatnot, I still hold her in high regard. I value my relationship with her. She has done a lot for me. I truly care about the woman. Secondly, I have standards. And my standards are this. It is this. I am not seeking a dear friend's leftovers. There is nothing that you really can do with me, and I am not that thirsty. Okay? I'm not your average woman. I'm not for certain. I would like to think that Tammy would give me that same regard. But even if she didn't, I'm doing this for me. And the answer is no. We're not going anywhere. But I wish you a beautiful life, and that's it. There was no more further conversation with Carrie. And I guess, Kim, oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Tammy. Tammy caught wind of the conversation that I had with Carrie. And she could only respect that. She told me, she said, I love you. I really do. She said, I appreciate the respect that you've shown me. Now, Tammy is a middle-aged woman. She and I, we're not kids, and we don't play those games. But ladies and gents, let this be a lesson to you. Now, I know men have their motto, bros before 304s. Ladies, this is a new one for you. This is a new one for us. Sis before simps. I'll repeat that. Sis before simps. Always and forever. All right. Well, that's the end of that vlog. And so in between time, keep on living, loving, and learning. I'll see you again soon.